Welcome back for round 4 of Friday Night Magic, hosted by Good Games Miranda. I'm Aussie Dranza, and I'll be commentating for this video. On the left, we have Henry. He's playing black-white mid-range, and on the right, as you've probably recognized, it's Darren playing Jalira Worm. I just want to apologize in advance if I've seemed to have caught a bit of a cold, so a bit nasally, and also I watched the previous round's video and I could hear I was a bit of a breather, so bear with me. Hopefully I can shake it by next week and a little bit less breathing into the mic. So players are developing their mana bases, and we have a pack rat. A very good early play for Henry, but we do know Darren does pack the Detention Sphere, a very good card, and also the Supreme Verdicts. Can he get to one of those answers in time? We'll find out. So Lifebane Zombie is being discarded to make another rat, and Henry is in for 2. So he seems to have taken the rat plan here. And we have Brimaz. So a bit of a wall up for Darren. So Godless Shrine for Henry. Now, what can Darren do to deal with these rats? He just passes the turn. And Henry will discard a land and make another rat. So these rats are really becoming a big threat very quickly, and we can even see that Henry does have a Blood Baron of Viscopa in hand, and it looks like an Underworld Connections as well. It could be a Thoughtseize. Couldn't get a good look at that one. Brimaz into block with his cat token, and Henry makes another rat so he can deal with Brimaz and the cat token. So a Supreme Verdict here would be great for Darren, or even a Detention Sphere. And just another Brimaz, so stalling ever so slightly, staying in this game. But once those rats get out of hand, it can end very quickly. So I think I can see a hero's downfall for Henry. He does have that, and Darren decides that's enough. So on to game 2. So sorry for the delay as well getting these videos out. I had some family visit the other night, and unfortunately that takes precedence, and I wasn't able to get this 4th round recorded, but I'm getting it up for you guys tonight. That sounded wrong. Kane, if you're watching this, that one's for you, mate. Alright, so Darren and Henry both deciding whether they want to keep, and we'll see a mulligan for Darren. Now Henry's deck has a number of threats in it. He has the Blood Baron of Viscopa, I'm sure he's playing Elspeth, and he has those pack rats along with Desecration Demons. So multiple other threats, but those are the real king hitters in the deck. And obviously on Darren's side, we've seen it a couple times tonight. He has that little combo play. He can win without the combo. The deck does play just like any blue-white control, but he can get Jalira out and sack a creature and bring in that Worm Coil. Not Worm Coil, sorry guys. The World Spine Worm. It'd be great if you brought in Worm Coil. So if you haven't already, please remember, subscribe to my channel. I'm not always going to be posting that a new FNM round is up on the Facebook site for Good Games Miranda. I'm doing it for these first ones just so people know that it's there. But hopefully from now on I'll just be posting it on my YouTube channel and you guys will just see it come up because you have subscribed. And use the comment section, guys. If there's something you want, put it in that comment section and I'll check it out. So we have Henry leading off with the Duress. That's some sweet sideboard tech, most likely. Now in the comment section, if anyone wants to tell me the name of the card Henry is going to pick, I believe it's going to be the one that creates 2 tokens. Unfortunately, I haven't seen a lot of the M15 cards, so I don't actually know what it's called. So a big decision here. Looks like Henry wants to protect his underworld connections, maybe. Getting rid of that negate will be good, but in the end he decides he doesn't want Darren to get that extra card draw that Jace can provide. So there's that card. Remember, leave it in the comment section please, and a Bile Blight from Henry deals with the tokens that it creates. So we may see underworld connections here, or just a Thoughtseize. So Henry just trying to strip Darren's hand, but another negate was drawn. So that's one we hadn't seen. Oh, actually no, he had the negate because Henry took Jace, that's why. So that's probably why he didn't play the underworld connections, but I'm sure it's coming now. And he has an untapped land, so he'll be able to get that extra card draw. Pay 1 life. So, not looking good for Darren. He is missing land drops and his hand's getting picked apart slowly. And a pack rat. Oh! Lucky there, he's drawn an Essence Scatter and dealt with that pack rat straight away. But Henry's still getting that incremental advantage. 1 extra card every turn. He's got mana up for Blood Baron if he's holding one. So 6, and there's Elspeth. So those aren't rats, they're actually soldiers. So Darren getting lucky, dealing with all these threats Henry's putting on the battlefield. Gonna get a scry action. Goes to the bottom. And there is the Whip of Erebos. So he's got some good little tricks he can pull with the whip. He can whip back in Pack Rat, create a rat. At the end of the turn, the whipped in rat will be exiled, but he'll still have that extra rat to generate more rat tokens from. let's not forget that those are soldier tokens on the field right now, made by Elspeth. So once again, not looking great for Darren. He managed to get 2 soldier tokens in to chump block 2 of Henry's. And a Doomblade takes one of the soldiers down. So I'm not quite sure what Darren could draw to get him out of this. I believe he still has a Supreme Verdict in hand. That can deal with the 2 soldier tokens, but as we know, there's the Whip Pack Rat in the graveyard, and Henry is drawing 2 cards a turn, so decides to deal with that Whip right now. This will make any future Supreme Verdict just a little bit better, because he knows that he's not going to get hit by some haste creature from the graveyard. Urborg, all lands are swamps, and in for 2 damage. So Henry may be trying to bait out that Supreme Verdict that he does know. I mean, assuming that Darren can draw the mana here to play it. Just a Brimaz. It's a good little wall, but unfortunately the black-white deck is full of removal. Hero's Downfall deals with that. Some more card advantage for Henry. And how much mana is he separating there? 2, 4, 6 could be an Elspeth. Just can't see that first card in his hand. He's going to get in for 2. Separates that Urborg. He does have the Blood Baron of Viscopa, and he is tapping 5 land. Decides not to play it, knowing that that Supreme Verdict is definitely a threat. An Elixir for Darren. Hopefully give him a little bit more time with that 5 life gain. That is Deicide on the getting the Elspeth back. Exiling that Detention Sphere. Likely some sideboard tech there from Henry. Three more soldier tokens created by Elspeth. And a Thoughtseize. 2 Supreme Verdicts, and Sphinx's Revelation, and a Dissolve. Only the Dissolve currently active. Well, not active this turn, but able to... Oh, it's actually not even able to be played. So... Darren needs a little bit of luck this next turn. Decides not to activate the Elixir. Still no land. Unfortunately, this has become very one-sided. I think it's just a matter of time before Henry finishes this off. He's still playing around that Supreme Verdict in hand. Henry probably saying he just wanted to show something to the camera. Pointed right at us. And Darren finally cracks it. Unfortunately, he needs an untapped land. Needs to get that Supreme Verdict off. Clear the board just a little bit. He will still have to find a way to deal with Elspeth, but just needs to buy himself some time. Of course, Henry also has follow-up play after any Supreme Verdict. I'm sure we'll see Blood Baron of Viscopa hit the battlefield. And there's that Supreme Verdict. Very lucky. Drew that land that he needed. Three more soldier tokens for Henry. And Erebos. So probably more sideboard tech from Henry. Likely not a hard counter, but a counter to the life gain from Sphinx's Rev and the Elixir. And Darren decides he's had enough. It was a very uphill battle for him. Henry had a lot of good draws. Thanks for watching all the rounds of FNM. If you liked them, please subscribe, leave a like, and see you next week.